what we want to do is to share with you our adventures in terms of having put these videos together. And so I want to introduce you to Gell, who's been really instrumental in all of this happening. And so we've been working together for about the last 18 months, haven't we?
That's right, yep.
So how's it been for you, Gell?
Oh, well, it's been a really great learning opportunity for me as well. I mean, I had some experience when we started, but really the particular kind of ideas that we've been trying to capture on film, we've actually explored quite a number of different options, haven't we? A lot of which I guess viewers won't have seen, and they probably won't see, because we actually decided to go in various different directions at times. So that was...
I'd forgotten that, because at the beginning we were doing all sorts of drawing on the camera and the rest of it.
We tried lots of different things.
Animation and other bits and pieces, and that.
Yeah, and we just
went
decided
on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, we just felt actually didn't look professional. It wasn't quite in keeping with the tone we were looking for, and we had all those sort of ideas. But I mean, I really appreciated actually your attitude to the approach at that point, because from my point of view, I was concerned. Oh no, we're doing a lot of work here, and we're not really haven't got much to show for it. But of course, we did have a lot to show for it in terms of learning and building the basis and the understanding, and basically just practicing as well. But I really appreciated your approach, because you made that comment that you've just made a number of times, how much in this process things do get left on the cutting room floor, and that was very true, particularly with the work we've done together. A lot of it we decided no, we want to go a different direction. We're not going to use it that way.
And it was pioneering work that we were doing, and it's not only us been working at it, but my wife Pauline as well. And quite a lot of things that we did innovatively for us, then Pauline said, I want that. So it's become part of her. So we put up about 7 or 8 videos at the time that we're doing this, and Pauline has now 17, something like that, up there. And it's beginning to happen. You know, the hits are coming in, and Pauline doing some very creative stuff out there. And you know, my approach has been, in a sense, more theoretical in that regard, but we just want to increase doing this and really enjoying the journey. It's so creative.
It is. It's a joy to be working on a creative project like this, where there is we have got some clear aims in mind. We've got a lot of material to work through, but we are and can be very flexible in terms of how we get there. And that's been a lot of fun. It's been really good fun, hasn't it?
And it's your skills that have been particularly important, because you brought your previous experience to bear and learned a lot on the job. We all have, haven't we? And that's the fun of it, that we're all growing through doing this and loving doing it, and all the time looking at what we're up to and reevaluating it with the help of other people who've offered us criticism. Some constructive, some not quite so constructive, and it's always a question of weighing it up and saying, okay, maybe the way that was said was painful, but maybe they're speaking the truth, and so on. It's all of that. It's coping with feedback and critique.
And I think I've always said it's been all feedback, critical or otherwise, is very valuable. And we've had that tested at times. Some of the feedback's been very critical with some of the attempts that we've made, and we've had to deal with that. We've had to process that and think, well, maybe sometimes we do accept. We need to change it. And other times it's helped us to see, actually, no, we accept why people are coming from that angle, but we decided to actually, that we like the way we've done it. This is what we're trying to achieve.
Absolutely.
So we've stuck to our guns on occasions as well. And I would still say that's the same. Take that same approach. Actually, all feedback is actually very, very valuable to anyone doing this. And not to get, you have to have a fair amount of thick skin when you put your stuff out.
When you put your stuff out.
Kind of push through that fear barrier of people ridiculing you or looking at you and thinking rubbish in what you're doing. There's something in us that kind of wants to just not even go there, not get anything out there. And kind of push through that a bit, haven't you? And just accept that. And that's a big part of when you get stuff out onto the internet, of course. Absolutely. You've got to expect on occasion people can be very brutal on the internet, obviously. So it's part of learning how to cope with that. It's been part of our journey as well.
And feeling the fear and doing it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We've got to practice what we preach, haven't we?
Exactly that. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's been great working with you, Gell.
You too, Chris.
And
it's
we
been
look
great
forward
working with
to
you and Pauline as well.
A lot more coming out in due course.
Yeah, indeed.